Case number 1. She moved for her dream job. He lost child support instead.
All right, Mr. Morris, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I come to you today, Your Honor, because I'm trying to get my child support reduction.
Okay. All right. Based on what? Like, what's going on?
Well, I currently pay $880 a month for child support.
Okay.
I also pay $362 for health insurance. And I see my kids every maybe like 4 times a week.
Okay.
I see them pretty often, and she's trying to take my kids and move off to Florida.
Okay.
And,
All
you know,
right.
I'm not going for
He
that.
walks into
All right.
court asking for relief. $880 monthly insurance, too. He sees his kids constantly. Then a Florida move threatens everything. This isn't about money anymore.
Did she tell you why she was trying to move to Florida?
Because she just want to live her best life.
She said that?
That's what it is. She want to go to the beach, drink coconut balls or whatever they have out there in Florida, and just have her best life.
Okay, wait a minute. So did she actually tell you that, or you interpreting her as living her best life?
Your Honor, why would anybody else want to move to Florida? That's Paradise City.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to move too, but I can't go.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I got to work. So could it be for a job?
You know, Your Honor, I haven't asked, because when she told me that she wanted to move to Florida, I got so upset about the
She
fact
wants
of losing
Florida.
my kids.
He hears beaches and freedom. The judge presses deeper. Is this a dream or escape? Emotions rise as fear of losing his children takes control.
That I was like, are you moving to Florida for like vacation time, or just so you can live your best life, or because we in Texas, I'm in Texas. I'm a good dad.
So what did she say to that when you said, are you trying to move to Florida to live your best life?
She said, yo, you shouldn't have messed up.
What did you do?
It's a long story, Your Honor. I could tell you how we split up, but I kind of messed up.
Well, I have time. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I didn't even realize you had gum in your mouth till you start smiling. You know, I don't allow gum chewing in here.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Oh, it's okay. You can just put it to your back of your throat.
Yes,
I'm not
ma'am.
going to tell
He
you to
admits
swallow it. I don't think
mistakes.
that's really
The
healthy.
courtroom pauses. Even gum becomes a problem. Humor breaks tension briefly, but everyone knows the real story is only starting to unfold.
Yes, ma'am.
But
It's
I
to the
have
back.
time for the story when you're ready, after you.
It's to the back right now, Your Honor. No more chewing for me.
Okay.
So,
Continue.
long story short, I met this lady our freshman year of college.
Okay.
And we were in class, and she was sitting in the front, I was sitting in the back. And I saw her, and I said, man, I'm gonna have to put my bid in as soon as class is over.
Bid, that's what they call it these
Yeah,
days. Okay.
we call it put your bid in. Because you know, I'm
Alright.
sure there's other people that put their bid in too. So if I got the highest bid, of course I'm gonna get her, you know?
Oh, so
So-
you subcontracting these things now?
I was, yeah. At that time I was subcontracting, you know what I'm saying?
So college memories
Right.
spill
Keep
out.
going.
So
Bids and jokes hide truth. Years passed. 2 children came. What began lighthearted now sounds like a warning of what was coming.
I saw her in the hall, and I came to her, and my bid won. And we was together for years, Your Honor. We were together for years. We have 2 kids. We have a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay.
Throughout the time, and as life just went on, we just started kind of fading, Your Honor. I'm a coach. I'm a football coach at a college.
Okay.
And one of the cheerleading coaches kept hitting on me. And I kept rejecting her.
So you put a bid on her too?
She put the bid on me, Your Honor. Yeah, she put the bid on me. So I gave
He
in to that
explains
bid. She had a
fading
high
love,
bid.
coaching life, temptation, poor choices. The court listens calmly. Accountability starts replacing charm as consequences slowly move closer.
And at the time, my lady, she wasn't putting in no more bids on me. She wasn't cooking me dinner. She wasn't massaging me like she used to. She wouldn't even let me watch sports on Sundays, Your Honor, because she wanted to watch The Bachelor. So it just wasn't working. And I gave in to what was going on, and I messed up. She saw my phone. She saw that I was with her a few times, and she left me, Your Honor.
Okay.
She left me.
That was a very colorful story. It's very interesting. I hear the word bid. I think about someone, trying to do construction on my home. So it's just interesting hearing you use that term.
Neglect,
referring to
phones,
relationships.
Sundays, another woman. The judge reframes the story. This isn't comedy. It's responsibility meeting reality in court.
Okay, so you don't want her to move to Florida,
No, ma'am.
all right? And you want your child support reduced as a result if she does move? Or
Well,
do you just want it reduced just because?
I just want it reduced just because.
Okay, got it.
I feel like I know dudes that don't see their kids ever and they not on child support. I see my kids multiple times through the week and I'm paying $880 a month.
Okay. Fair enough. I believe I have majority of what I needed. Okay, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to her?
No, that's about
All
it,
right,
Your Honor.
he argues fairness.
All right.
He sees his kids often, others pay nothing. The judge listens carefully. Numbers matter, but consistency and access matter even more here.
All right, ma'am, and give me your last name.
It's Adams with two D's.
Adams with 2 D's, okay. All right, Mrs. Adams or Miss Adams.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Adams. So tell me about, so this story that he told, he actually, you won the bid, or he won the bid.
Well, I think that tells you everything you need to know about his view of relationships is very transactional.
Oh, yeah. That's the word I was looking for. That's it, transactional.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very much I do this and you do that, and I think the fact that he didn't even bother to mention our children's names should tell you.
She responds
everything
calmly,
about our
calls his
She-
view transactional, notes missing details. Even the children's names matter. The tone shifts as credibility starts changing in the room.
Well, he told me the ages.
Yeah, well, that's great. Robert and Madison, that's with a Y.
But she ain't asked for the kid.
Okay, yeah, I get
Oh.
it. Anyway, so going back to, evidently I'm just going to Florida for a permanent vacation. I'm actually going for a job.
All right.
So what's that job?
Robert, and I'm going to be a marine biologist.
That's a
So
good
when,
job.
when this dream come apart? Because you ain't had this dream when we met.
See, exactly. Do you ever listen?
Miss Adams, Miss
sorry.
Adams, I need you to talk directly to me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Morris, I've given you
Florida
an
isn't
opportunity
a
to speak.
vacation. She explains the job. Marine biology. Dreams evolve. The judge demands focus. Emotions clash as both parents fight to be heard.
Let me hear what she has to say.
You're right,
and
Judge, I'm
people
sorry.
can change dreams. I mean, depending on how long you guys have been apart, a lot could have changed in her life.
It's just she taking my kids, Judge. It's
Okay,
just-
well, let's hear what she has to say.
You're right. You're right.
She said marine biologist, right?
Yes.
That sounds like a really good job, and I want to hear about it. See how much money she makes.
She
all
just
right?
having random dreams, Judge, but it's all
Okay,
good.
that's great, but I need to see how much money she's making.
Right.
Okay?
I'm sorry.
All
Your Honor.
right.
Yeah, less talking, more listening.
And you do the same thing. All right, now. Continue.
Jesus.
So I'm taking the kids to Florida because I have a greater
The
job
judge
opportunity.
redirects
Okay.
everything.
The judge
Less arguing, more listening. Job income matters. Motives matter. Moving for opportunity changes the entire financial conversation in court.
in court.
And, you know, it's so interesting to me that he says that he sees the kids 4 times a week. I guess he's talking about maybe a FaceTime call or seeing them on his phone screen, because I certainly don't see him picking up the kids and taking them to the doctor and cleaning up vomit in the middle of the night. So it's great that he thinks that that he's paying for the right to see his kids, and that there are people who don't pay child support and who see their kids a whole lot, Judge. That tells you everything you need to know about the transactional nature of relationships.
She challenges his
To
claims.
Mr.
FaceTime
Morris.
isn't parenting. Night sickness matters. Doctor visits matter. Support isn't payment for access.
It's responsibility toward children.
So, look, the fact of the matter is, I guess he doesn't realize that his children are going to need to eat, whether they live in Texas or they live in Florida. And
That's true.
And they're going to need new tennis shoes and new clothes. And I guess he just thinks that money goes on trees, or that kids just eat for free. It's not how it works. This isn't TGI Fridays. So the cost of living is going to be higher in Florida.
All right, what are we looking at?
So my rent is going up from $2,000 a month to
Okay,
$4,800.
children eat everywhere.
Chil-
Shoes cost everywhere. Florida costs more. Rent rises sharply. Reality replaces assumptions as the judge examines financial truth carefully.
Because I have to have a 3-bedroom because Robert and Madison need their own bedrooms. And of course, I have to pay for flood insurance and other things like that.
Okay. All right. And you mentioned food.
Yeah, so the kids eat organic.
Okay.
And they're vegan. And so my grocery bill for them is already close to $800 a month.
Okay.
So his opinion that $880 is too much for the kids is
Organic
wrong.
food,
It is a
vegan
wrong
diet, 3 bedrooms, insurance. She breaks it down line by line. $880 suddenly doesn't sound excessive anymore.
because your children deserve the nutrition they need to grow up big and healthy and strong so they can be college athletes like you want them to.
Okay, so Miss Adams, you said that your rent is going up $800.
Yeah.
You have to pay flood insurance. The children's diet, they eat organic food and they're vegan. Okay, so are you using the child support for flood insurance and rent too, or are you using it to feed the kids? I just want to make sure I'm clear on what it is that you're saying in regards to his request to get a reduction.
The judge clarifies
Your Honor.
usage. Rent versus food. Necessities versus assumptions. Precision matters here. Every dollar must connect clearly to the children's needs.
So the thing is that if I was living in a one bedroom because I was by myself, my rent would be a lot lower.
All right.
But I have to get a 3-bedroom because I have a boy and a girl and I don't want them sleeping in the same bedroom.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I have to get a 3-bedroom and so it's not just that, it's my electric bill, it's cell phones because our 5-year-old has a cell phone. So now I have to make sure that we've got her a phone line so you can talk to her dad so he can see her 4 times a week on FaceTime.
So about that, he said that he sees the children now 4 times a week.
She
And you're
explains
saying that's
schedules,
not true.
weekends sound consistent on paper. Reality feels different. Missed visits, convenience parenting. The courtroom tension sharpens again.
Except for like a FaceTime video or something like that.
He sees the kids on an inconsistent basis.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Okay. So when you say inconsistent, right now, do you all operate under a standard order where it's like first, third, and fifth?
He has every weekend and I have during the week.
Okay, so every weekend he has.
Right.
Okay. During that every weekend, it's inconsistent, is what you're saying?
I mean, it's just all over the place. He just comes and goes and sees the kids whenever is convenient to him, or maybe his girlfriend like turns him down for a date or whatever.
Okay, so that was petty.
What girlfriend you talking about?
We didn't have to go there.
Inconsistency
We didn't
becomes
have
the
to go there.
focus. Excuses pile up. Sarcasm slips out. The judge reins it back. Personal hurt starts influencing legal positions.
So is that what the issue is? Like, you're still mad at him about that story that he told?
Well, okay, so he put in a bid for an upgrade, or the upgrade put in a bid for him or whatever, and now I have to explain to our son why our family fell apart.
Oh. So it's some hurt feelings there. Okay, I understand. So, have you already moved to Florida, or is this something that you're intending on doing pretty soon?
Well, I took the job offer and I've already found an
So
apartment.
the answer is yes. You pretty much already.
Everything.
Okay, she admits the move
Okay.
is happening. Job accepted, housing secured. Only logistics remain. The decision is no longer hypothetical. Consequences arrive quickly.
So in your court order, do you have a geographic restriction because dad lives here?
Yes, but he moved just outside of Ellis County, so he's just outside of the geographic restriction, so it's technically lifted, Your Honor.
Okay, and technically is what you said, but is that what your court order says?
Well, the court order says Dallas and contiguous counties, and he moved like a mile on the other side of the Ellis County line.
Okay, and I do have a copy of your court order here, and it doesn't mention that it's automatically lifted.
Oh, okay. Geographic
Okay.
limits matter. Technical assumptions collapse. The judge reads the order aloud. What she believed was allowed suddenly isn't. Yeah, I was just thinking it was the one that O is right. Thank you, Honor. O is right.
Well, I was just thinking
O
it
is-
was the one that.
O is right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
O
Thank
is
you.
right. What?
I'm sorry.
O is right, because you can't just leave. You can't just do that. You actually have to ask permission to modify this order like he did.
Well, can I modify the order to move to Florida?
Did you file anything for today?
I mean,
It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay. So you're moving without asking the court, can you move?
The
dad
judge
is
is
still
direct.
living here.
You cannot relocate without approval. Modifications require filings. Intentions don't override orders. The legal problem becomes clear.
Well, I guess I just didn't understand the way the order was written, because I had heard that if he moved outside of where it said, then I could move out.
Who did you hear that from? Did you Google? You did one of those Google searches? One of the Google lawyers told you that?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay. Because they told you wrong, and that's the problem with Googling everything. You should have actually consulted with an attorney who would have interpreted this order properly to you. You can't just move. So let me tell you what we're going to do. Because I
She
think
relied
this
on
is the
online
fair
advice.
thing to do.
The judge corrects it firmly. Internet guesses aren't legal guidance. The court prepares to decide fairness.
Regardless to whether you say his visits are inconsistent, he say they're consistent, the reality of it is when you move to Florida, he can no longer have access to those kids. So even if he were coming this day, this day, this day, and did every weekend, he won't be able to do that anymore now that you are going to move to Florida. So what I'm not going to touch is your custody arrangement. Not going to touch that at all. This is a child support court. That has nothing to do with us, okay? So I'm not going to touch it at all. You are free to move to Florida. However,
The judge
he's coming off
separates
child
custody
support.
from support. She may move. Custody stays, but access disappears. That changes everything financially.
So then he can use the money, the $880 or so that he would give you for child support. He can use that to travel to actually see the kids.
But what if he doesn't, Your Honor?
Well, if he doesn't, then after some time of him not doing it consistently, and when I say consistently and consecutively, it needs to at least be about 6 months or something like that, right? Then you can come back and let me know, Judge, he's not exercising regularly. I need some support for these 2 kids, right? But absent anything like that, I believe that's in the best interest of the children, and quite frankly, that's fair. You're moving without permission, right? Which
Support
is a
money
violation of
shifts
your court
purpose.
order.
Travel replaces payments. If visits fail consistently, she may return. The ruling balances opportunity and accountability.
So it's only fair that he stops paying child support. So beyond a reduction, He's coming off child support today. Now, you will have to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, so that, what is it, 362?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll still continue to pay the health insurance, but there will be no child support paid from him to you. Hopefully you guys can come to an agreement.
That's the plan, Your Honor. Once we leave, I plan on giving her a call so we could try to talk about things and kind of get on a good level with each other.
Yeah, I think that can work. And who knows, your job may transfer up here and you may end
The
up
decision
being back
lands.
in Dallas anyway.
Child support stops today. Insurance remains. Cooperation is encouraged. Both parents leave with consequences they didn't expect.
Now, if that happens, you all would need to come back, because then we need to look at something different about what child support is going to be. But until then, you know, enjoy Florida. All right, is there anything further?
No?
Thank you, Your Honor, for everything. You really made a big change in my life, and I'm glad we came to your court today.
All right, well, you're very welcome. And if
You're
there's nothing
welcome.
further, you all
The
are
case
dismissed.
closes
You're
quietly.
welcome.
Gratitude replaces tension. Lives change today. Another case waits next. Watch closely. Comment your thoughts. Follow and subscribe for what happens next.
Case number 2, grandmother raised the kids. Judge ordered mom to pay up.
Okay, Miss Faye Foster?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, Judge, sir, ma'am, you know, my daughter who I love dearly, but she is one lazy, sorry, using person.
What did
You know
she do?
what I'm saying? So, she didn't have to, I let her move into my house 3 years ago, and she got 2 twin boys. She does nothing to support. Our agreement was that she would pay $400.
We never had no agreement. We ain't never had no agreement.
$400 on rent.
Hold on 1 second,
A
Miss
grandmother
Faye Foster.
steps into court
Excuse me.
accusing her own daughter of laziness, housing her for years, supporting twin boys. The judge cuts in fast. This family dispute is only beginning.
We will not have any outbursts like that.
We just gonna sit here and let her say whatever she wants to say.
I'm just going to sit here and let her say what she wants to while I'm speaking to her. And when it's your turn, I will allow you the opportunity to do the same thing. Okay. There will be no more outbursts.
Yes,
We're clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so we agreed that she would pay $400 a month, plus she would pay $275 a month, so I put her kids in insurance.
Okay.
And since she's been there, she's maybe giving me a total in 3 months of $200. It's always some excuse why she couldn't pay. And I said, and I told her, I
You
want a
know,
fixed
the
income.
judge shuts
know?
down the chaos immediately. No shouting, no interruptions, just facts. As the grandmother explains unpaid promises, the courtroom grows tense. Everyone realizes this case is getting serious.
And I'm doing all this for you and the kids. I'm buying the food, paying the electricity. You know, I'm the one get up and take them to school in the morning while she sleep. You know, and she has a job. Plus, she does braiding people's hair on the weekend.
Where
So
does she work? What does she do?
She works at a telecommunication company.
Okay.
And I think she said she's a customer service somebody thing, but she gets
she braids
up,
hair on the side?
Ma'am.
You say she braids hair on the side?
Yes, she does, in my back room.
All right.
And her clients come in, she give her clients snacks and stuff I don't buy for the kids, and
She
and
claims
just like
she
don't
pays
buy
for
something.
food,
She claims-
electricity, school runs, and childcare while her daughter works and braids hair. The judge listens closely. Income questions begin surfacing, changing everything.
So I told her, you're going to have to start doing better.
All right.
And she told me.
Wait a minute, Miss Faye Foster, let me stop you really quickly.
Okay.
You said she braids hair in the home. Do you know how much money she makes roughly on average a month?
Well, I know she charges about $300 to $400 depending on the length of your hair.
Mm-hmm.
And she normally on the weekend do at least 3 to 4 heads.
Okay.
So I would say on an average, if we just do the lower end of it, she probably makes about $1,200 on a Saturday, and sometimes she does it on Sunday, but most of the time it's on Saturday, all day Saturday.
So about $1,200
The
every
judge
week.
asks one critical question. How much money does hair braiding really bring in? The numbers shock the courtroom. Weekend income suddenly becomes central to child support. Keep going.
Keep going. Continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Continue.
And, okay, so I told her, I said, well, you can give me some of that, you know, to help out and on you living here and me taking care of the kids, and I'm using the gas to go take them to their soccer practice and to their football practice. And she tells me, you their grandmother, you supposed to do that.
Oh.
And I told her, I ain't supposed to do a darn thing. I ain't had no twins.
Okay.
You know, but I love my grandkids, so I hate for them to be without just because their mama is trifling.
Okay. All right. So we're going
The
to
grandmother
not name
says
call either,
she asked
okay?
for help and was told, "You are supposed to do that." Emotions explode. The judge steps in fast. Name calling stops. Accountability begins.
I understand you. I understand your emotions are high. It's not a problem. I understand.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I understand exactly how you feel. I know what you're saying. It's plenty of grandmothers coming to this court feel exactly the same way that you do. I just ask that, you know, you just be respectful to one another.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that, Your Honor.
That's okay. Now, how old are the twins?
The twins are 10.
All right. And you said they're boys?
They're boys, 2 boys.
All right. Are they involved in any kind of extracurricular activities?
Yes, they play football and they play soccer.
The judge acknowledges the grandmother's frustration, but demands respect. Many grandparents feel this burden. Then comes the focus: the twins, their ages, their activities. The responsibility question sharpens.
And does mom help out with any of that?
No. She always said, well, go ahead and pay their fees and I'll give it back to you. But I never get it back.
She lives in the home. Does she actually live there, or does she just sleep there and she lives somewhere else?
No, she lives there and she sleeps somewhere else. Every night, you know. But that's why she's supposed to be paying me $400 for them to live there.
Okay.
Because she got put out of her last place. So I said, okay, you can come home, but you know, I'm on a fixed income, so if you give me $400 a month, and then she said, okay, and I think she may have paid $200 one
The
time,
grandmother
and that's
says
it.
fees are never reimbursed. The daughter lives there but sleeps elsewhere. The judge presses deeper. Was this housing temporary or permanent? 3 years changes everything.
Are the children on health insurance or anything?
Mm-hmm. And then, ma'am?
Are the children on health insurance or anything?
The children, I put them in insurance because I asked her, do you have insurance on these kids? And she said, I can't afford it. So I said, well, they need insurance. They playing sports and stuff, and they get sick, and we don't have out of public. So I got insurance, and she agreed that she would pay me back each month what I had to pay for insurance.
How much do you pay for the children only?
The children only is $275.
Health insurance becomes the next issue. The grandmother paid because the children needed coverage. A promise was made to repay. The judge locks on to the exact monthly cost. Okay.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I know you, and I just need her to do the right thing. I just need her to do the right thing and hope you can make her do the right thing.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I can make her. You know, I can only do what the law allows, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let me ask you a question about the living arrangements.
Yes.
You said this was supposed to be temporary?
It was supposed to be temporary until she found her a place to stay that they can afford. But it's been 3 years, and I don't think she's looking for any place to stay, Your Honor.
All right.
A function, because she said housing excuses continue. Deposits, high rent standards. The judge points out reality. You cannot live anywhere else for $400. The courtroom reacts quietly.
And she keeps saying, well, I don't have the money to get a place that's nice enough for me and the boys, and and that I can afford, and then people want a high deposit and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, but I need you to help out, you know, and that's fine because you can't live nowhere else for $400.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
Yes, Your Honor. She, you know, she's always gone. She doesn't attend their
The grandmother
function.
claims the
She
mother
said-
chooses partying over parenting. The judge redirects calmly. Now it is the daughter's turn to speak.
You know, she got to go out with her girls and kick it, or she got to be with a man and kick it. And so, you know, I was like, you're not even trying to be a part of these kids' life. You just want to be fancy free and let somebody else take care of your kids. So,
Okay.
you know, that, you know,
Okay, so
it's just too much.
can I move over to her, or is there anything else?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Okay.
She's-
Now, you have the opportunity to let me know what you want me to know, respectfully. So, I mean, what's all that about? The huffing, puffing, and
Because she's lying. She's telling half-truths and sitting over there in her Christian outfit like
And
everything she's saying
the daughter
is the
describes
gospel.
a devastating divorce, lost money, destroyed credit, emotional collapse. She says her mother invited her in to recover. The judge listens but probes further.
Yes, I did. Me and my children did move in with her 3 years ago. But what she didn't say was, it's because I had a tragic divorce with my ex-husband, who her and her church members just wanted me to marry this guy because he was so churchly and good, and he ended up being the devil. And in our divorce, he wiped us clean.
Okay.
And my credit was messed up. He took all the money and he left, and he did all of that, and so it left us devastated. So my mother said that it was cool for us to come and stay with her while I get things
The
together.
judge asked
And,
directly, was there a $400 agreement? The daughter says, no, not like that. The courtroom pauses. Definitions of responsibility begin unraveling.
so
you
let
know,
me
to
let
get
me.
back on our feet.
I understand all of that, but let me ask you a question. This just to fill in the gaps, right? So is it true what she said that you're supposed to give her $400?
No, that was never an agreement.
Okay, hold on. So was there any agreement for you to give her any money to financially support your children?
She said to
No, that was a yes or no.
not in that way. Not in that way.
So explain the way.
So when we talked initially, before even moving in, it was, y'all just come, you know, just take your time, get yourself together. I got you guys.
She
I got my
argues there was
grandbabies.
no set
The judge-
amount, just help when possible. But the judge pushes back. 3 years is not temporary. The tension spikes instantly.
You know, who she was very instrumental in, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies. So I'm giving you the
because
opportunity.
she's instrumental in wanting grandbabies, that mean that she has to take care of them too?
It doesn't mean she has to take, I'm saying she's not telling the full story how it is. It was never an agreement on a dollar amount of being able to help. It's just do what you can when you can.
So was there ever an agreement for it to be a temporary situation?
Well, yes.
You'd agree with me that 3 years is no longer temporary, right?
I would say it's no longer temporary, but in the moments where I would say, you know what,
Clip
I'm going to do what I
38.
can to see what I can to get.
The daughter claims her mother blocked housing options for safety reasons. Voices rise. The judge restores order. This is court, not family arguments. Decisions must be made now.
It was her, the one that was talking about, oh, that's not a good place for my grandbabies. You don't need to take them over there. And, you know, I worry about y'all's safety over there, and that's too far, and that'll be taking them out of their environment.
So are you, and please just stop beating on the table.
I'm sorry.
All of that is not
sorry.
necessary. I can assure you
I'm
it's
sorry.
not.
Just emotional a little bit.
I understand. Y'all need to calm down, all right?
I can't believe I'm even here. Like, this is ridiculous.
Well, this is where you come when you want some relief, when you are wanting certain things to happen. You come to court to take care of it. It's unfortunate that the two of you couldn't work it out because you're mother and daughter.
Clip 39.
But this is where you come.
The judge
right?
asks the ultimate question: move out with children or leave them behind? The daughter explains layoffs and hair braiding. The judge counters with hard facts.
So, do you have any intentions of moving out and taking your children, or are you going to move out yourself and leave the children with her?
I mean, she knows what the situation is. I mean, when I was working, which she knows at this point that there was a huge layoff because of COVID and why I started doing hair in the first place to try and make amends. So for her to sit over here talking about, oh, I got all these jobs and I got all this finance coming in at this point, is just ridiculous. And it just shows to, you know, just how low she'll stoop to how she behaves and how she acts.
But she letting you live for free. She's been allowing you to do it for 3 years. She pays for everything for your children. She feeds your children. She takes them to school.
The judge lists everything the grandmother pays for: food, school, insurance, transportation. The daughter claims she helps. The judge shuts it down. Parenting means financial responsibility.
She's literally doing everything. You're doing nothing.
But that's her story. I'm doing more than so. I'm doing exactly what I can. I cook, I clean, I do what the stuff she asked me to do for church.
Hold on. Cooking and cleaning for a house that you reside in, you don't get any credit for that. Okay? You should do those things, right? But in terms of your children, what are you doing? Because she said she's doing it all, everything I just named off. You have yet to dispute that.
Well, I do get do stuff for their school. She doesn't always, you're not always the one taking them to school, mommy. I don't even know why you in here acting like you do that.
Let's not derail this thing.
Pressed again, the daughter admits the boys will stay with the grandmother. She promises to move out soon. The judge demands a timeline. Excuses are no longer enough.
So
do you plan to move out with your children, or do you plan on moving out and allowing them to stay with her?
Well, I mean, at this point, I mean, she dragging me all in here to court. I mean, I want to go out. I want to go out and move and like find me and get me situated, and then I will be able to come back and get them and get the boys.
So the boys are going to stay with her. When are you trying to move out?
Like ASAP, because this is ridiculous. Like, I can't even believe you brought me in here with this
foolishness. When you
foolishness.
say ASAP, do you mean that you're going to leave court today and go find somewhere?
I mean, no, I'm going to have to like get on my hustle, you know, to like try and figure out, you know, where I'm going to go and, you know, what I'm going to do and how much is that going to take.
2 months. That is her answer. The judge accepts it, then asks about income. Hair braiding returns to the spotlight. Numbers start reshaping the case fast.
Because we know the boys are going to stay with her when this happens. So timeline, give me a reasonable timeline that you're talking about doing this.
Within the next 2 months, I would say.
2 months, okay. Yeah. That's exactly what I needed to know.
I ain't trying to stay where I ain't want it.
Well, I don't think that's what she's saying, ma'am. She's just saying she wants a little bit of assistance. She's not saying she's not willing to help you. That's not a fair assessment. How much money do you make a year?
At this point, probably around about 25.
25,000?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You actually make more than that because we're going to deem that braiding as income. Now, she said you make about $1,200 a week.
Clip 43.
That is not true.
The daughter minimizes braiding income, calls it favors, trading services. The judge is unconvinced monthly averages matter. Financial accountability is closing in.
How much do you make a week?
It just fluctuates on how my clientele does.
Well, let's just do it by average then. On a monthly basis, how much money do you say you bring in from braiding hair?
I would say monthly. Monthly, I would say $1,200.
monthly 1,200?
Yes, because I
And
don't
you
get,
do
I don't
3 or
get
4
heads.
heads?
I don't get heads. I don't get heads all the time. And some of the people she see me braid is like some of my girlfriends who, if I braid their hair, you know, like they'll do my nails or they'll do my lashes or, you know, they'll grab my kids from school for me if I need them to. It's like we help each other out. So I'm not
Do
always
I look
getting
like I was
money
born
paid.
yesterday?
The daughter blames relationship
Right.
drama for court. The judge dismisses it immediately. Personal conflicts do not override child responsibility. Income transparency is now unavoidable.
So you want me to sit here and believe that braiding hair and you're charging how much per head?
It just depends. I mean, shorter ones, 80, longer ones, like 250.
That's not what she says, and she lives in a house
But she's not.
with
She's
you.
not working with my clientele, and it really.
So you don't tell her how much you get paid?
No, because she really huff and puff around the house, and really the only reason we here because my boyfriend Tank Daddy, who she was dating, broke up with her, and she was pissed about it, and so I didn't agree with the situation. So that's the only reason why we really here. Is because she mad because I didn't take her side in the situation. When grown folks gonna do what grown folks gonna do, and that ain't none of my business. But I'm the one getting the brunt from it. I'm the one that's not doing something. I'm the one that's not doing what I'm supposed to do
The
for my
judge
kids. So now it's an
calculates
issue with
total
my
income,
kids.
adds braiding earnings officially. The number lands heavy. Net income is established. The outcome becomes inevitable.
Because her and my boyfriend's dad ain't in the right spot. And just because I didn't take her side. It wasn't no side to take. It ain't none of my business.
All right. And you know what? That's none of my business too, but let me tell you what is my business. I have your gross calculated at $3,283. That $1,200 that you just testified to, I'm deeming that as income in addition to what you make monthly. So that's how I got to that number, $3,283. That brings your net to $2,798. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right number. Yes, $2,798.
Mom, although you pay $275, child support is set, health insurance reimbursement added. The judge explains limits clearly. This is about the children's best interest, not family resentment.
Do you have any other children outside of the 2 boys?
No, I do not.
Okay, and you're also going to pay for health insurance reimbursement to your mom. So monthly child support comes out to $699, was $670. We're going to round it up. Plus, you have to do a reimbursement. Let me just make sure I don't go over the legal amount because they can't be over 3%. So $2,798.18 times 3%. So your health insurance reimbursement to mom.
The daughter blames relationship drama for court. The judge dismisses it immediately. Personal conflicts do not override child responsibility. Income transparency is now unavoidable.